Ken's in with nextlevelguitar.com. Thanks so much for joining us today. Today we have another one of our Inspired by lessons for you, and we're going to go over some 60s inspired folk acoustic music. I'm going to show you some cool rhythm techniques that you guys can use for your own playing, as well as some cool fills. So let's check it out. Hey you guys, before we continue, I want you guys to take a look at the text box below. Click on that link down there. What we're going to do for you is send you a free video lesson. It's not available on YouTube, and a corresponding ebook. A lot of great stuff that you guys can learn from that, so check that out. That's from nextlevelguitar.com. Alright, to start out, let's take a look at our rhythm pattern and kind of get some foundation going with what we're going to learn today. We'll build on top of that. I'm just going to be rocking an E chord the whole time for today's lesson, and we're just going to do some variations on that and build on that as our foundation. So go ahead and start by grabbing your E chord here, just open position. And what we want to do is create a foundation of a backbeat in our rhythm playing. So we're going to keep steady down up strumming going with accents on beats 2 and 4. So start out by just keeping a steady flow of eighth notes happening and really lay into the strings and give it a good oomph on beats 2 and 4, like so. Now I'm going to be playing a little bit more complex than that, but the foundation of that backbeat, those accents on 2 and 4, is always going to be there. Even if I'm not playing it, it's implied as the foundation for our groove today. Once we have a good solid foundation of that happening, we can add in our bass fill that we played in the beginning, like this. So what I'm doing here is playing a little bit of a low register fill in between some of my rhythm playing. I'm starting on the 5th string open and I'm hammering on to the 2nd fret. And same thing on string 4. Or excuse me, not hammering on string 4. But I'm basically coming from the open position of my E chord and into my fretted position, my home base of my E chord here. You'll notice the whole time I'm keeping my index finger anchored as I play the other notes in the pattern. Let's break down that low register fill a little bit more slowly. So I'm going to start by playing the low portion of the strings, either string 6 or string 6, 5, and 4, just basically the low end portion of your guitar a couple of times, 2 eighth notes, and then accent. That's that backbeat accent that we want to retain throughout our whole groove here. Next, with an upstroke, I'm going to hammer on from 5th string open to 2nd fret. Then I'm going to play a 4th string open, 6th string open, 4th string 2nd fret, and then my pattern starts over, loops around again. Once I have a good foundation and a good groove established, a lot of times what I like to do is to start to play some fills around that and start to add a little bit of variation, just have some fun with it. I got my foundation laid, then we can add on to that, and that's where the next portion will come in. as we can sort of play some of these two string ideas across our neck. We'll lay down our groove. And start to add some fills. So let's take a look at some of the raw materials that we're working with up here across strings 2 and 3. So let's take a look at some groupings that work on strings 2 and 3 that you guys can use to create some fills of your own. I'll show you some examples, and then you'll really see that you can take these and mix and match and combine them in a lot of different ways to create something unique of your own. Let's start at the 9th fret here, and I'm going to fret the 9th fret of strings 2 and 3. Then I'm going to go to 7th fret, strings 2 and 3. 5th fret and 6th fret of strings 2 and 3. 3rd and 4th. 2nd and 2nd. 1st and open. That gives you a nice segment of some harmonized thirds out of our scale that we can use to start building some fills. In the intro, I played something similar to this. Which works great as a segue back into our rhythm. Just starting a whole step higher and just kind of running down those positions again. So our main idea with these fills is just to use, again, these positions that I showed you as kind of a working playground that you guys can use to build your own fills. They all sort of work when we're staying in that one chord tonality. We're playing over an E the whole time, and so you're kind of free to explore some of these different options with moving around these two string groupings. Alright, so there you have it. We have a nice little groove that we can sort of build off of, kind of our 60s inspired sounds there. A lot of cool stuff that you can do once you have that rhythmic idea established. We can start experimenting with moving across the strings and adding some fills. Almost like a vocalist might do. Almost like a harmonized vocalist might do. That's kind of what we were going for today. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson. Thanks so much for joining us today. Make sure that you visit our website at nextlevelguitar.com. We have over 1,000 different video lessons there for players of all ages, skill levels, styles, beginner all the way through advanced. So go ahead and check that out, and we'll see you back here next time. Thanks so much.